This bill is amended. Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have some questions to the proponent of the bill, if I may.
Please proceed, Representative.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Speaker, and I think you didn't answer this question that I didn't hear you. What is the reimbursement amount for the students through you?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, it is up to $5,000. Through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you. And I was reading through the bill, and I saw in here that they had to be a resident of at least 5 years. So my question is, if somebody moved into the state of Connecticut, maybe at the age of whatever, they were 18, they were going to secondary school, and they've only lived here for 5 years, they've never contributed to our state, they haven't paid any taxes in our state, but they've at least been here for 5 years. Would they qualify for this program through you, Madam Speaker?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, they would qualify so long as they have attended or graduated or left in good standing from a Connecticut public school, public or private university, excuse me, through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So they didn't have to live here. They have to be going to school here, obviously, and still living here for at least the 5 years and attended a school here in Connecticut. My concern to this bill is, well, let me just ask this first. They graduate, they have a bachelor's degree, and they have to be working for at least 2 years before they can apply for this reimbursement. Is that correct through you?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, that is correct. But I will also say that they could be here for 5 years, and they could, through statute, obviously, they must be a Connecticut resident. That is specified in the bill. And they could be working while they're also in school, which would satisfy the 2 years. Even as a student employee on their college campus, they would be required to file a tax form. And so that would satisfy the 2-year requirement on that piece. Or if they did not work throughout college, then they would graduate, work for 2 years, and then be eligible for the bill. Through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you. And how far back does this go? So they had to be living here or going to school here 5 years at minimum, working, have graduated, working for 2 years. Somebody who graduated, let's say, 4 years ago, through you, Madam Speaker, could they apply for this program?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, yes. Through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco. Thank
you, Madam Speaker. And how far back can we go? If they graduated 10 years ago, let's just say here in Connecticut, can they apply?
Through you, Madam Speaker, if they still maintain the debt and they do qualify for all the other pieces of the bill, they can. Through you.
Thank you, Representative. Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So this is only for occupational licenses. It's very limited in the in scope of who can really apply for this. Is that correct through you?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, that is incorrect. Occupational licenses are included, but it's also anyone who has obtained any degree whatsoever, albeit political science, history, anthropology, you name it. Through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you. So this applies to anybody in the state of Connecticut that has graduated, lived here at least 5 years. I went to the School of Nursing, that would qualify. I went to be an entrepreneur, maybe just for accounting, I can qualify. Is that correct through you?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, that is correct. And they must still be current residents of our state to be eligible. Through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So here's what bothers me about this bill. There was many students that went to school, took out a loan, and they've paid their debt. They've already paid their debt. Would they be able to go back and get a reimbursement for the debt that they have already paid through you?
Representative Paris.
Through you, Madam Speaker, the bill is silent on that question. Through you.
Representative Mastrofrancesco.
Thank you. And looking at the bill, the adjusted gross income that someone has to make is $125,000. And let's just think about this for a moment. They've graduated, they're working, they're making $125,000. Yet we had students and families struggle to pay their debt to their college, and they've paid it off, and these people are not even making $125,000. And yet the taxpayers of Connecticut are going to give them reimbursement for that. They're making $125,000. That is not poverty. I heard somebody say we're going to lift them out of poverty. Show me one single person in Connecticut that's making $125,000 that's in poverty. Just show me one. It doesn't lift people out of poverty, and it doesn't make people stay in the state of Connecticut. In boosting our economy, lowering taxes, giving people a reason. How about our crime rate? Everybody think that people might move out of Connecticut because of crime? It's not because they were given a $5,000 reimbursement for a loan that they have that they are now making $125,000. And yet there's people out there making a lot less than that have struggled to pay their debt for their college debt, and we are ignoring them. I think it's outrageous. Madam Speaker, I oppose this bill. Thank you.